Don't cook a goat in its mother's milk. In this parsha, we're introduced to the laws of kashrus, not to eat meat and milk together. Normally, when we think about these laws, we assume that they're very, very difficult to understand beyond human comprehension. Yet the Chovos HaLevavos, one of the great Mussar works, The Duties of the Heart, explains to us that there's actually a very accessible and understandable reason why the Torah forbids these activities. He explains that when God created the man, God created us out of two distinct elements. Within the I whom speaking to you, there's a part that's lofty and holy. There's a neshama, a spiritual soul that only wishes to do that which is good, right, and proper. And there's another part of I, the animal soul. Within me are all of the distinct natures and desires needed to keep the human being alive. The animal soul is very, very much comprised of appetites and desires. It has no wisdom, has no understanding. It's all of the instincts needed to keep me alive. The other part of I, the neshama, the spiritual soul, only wants to do that which is good, right, and proper, wants to help, wants to feel another person's pain. The nefesh habahami, the animal soul, doesn't know about anyone but me. These two parts of I are in constant battle, vying for primacy, competing for dominance. The more I give in to one or the other, the stronger it becomes. The more a person controls his animal soul, the more his neshama, his intellect, his spiritual part becomes dominant, controls him. The more he gives in to his whims, desires, and appetites, the stronger that part becomes. But both of these sides are in constant battle, constantly vying for primacy over the I. Explains the Duty of the Hearts that many of the activities that the Torah forbids are specific because they'll give undue strengthening to the physical side of man. The appetites and the desires become strengthened by certain things. If a person is nervous and anxious, it's a good idea for him not to drink too much caffeine, because ingesting that beverage causes me to be anxious. Why? It works. Why it works? You have to be a scientist. You have to be a very, very learned person, but that's the effect that it has. And the Torah tells us that there are certain foods that you eat that will deaden your heart. You're not going to feel holiness to the same extent. You're not going to feel God's presence. You're not going to feel the holiness of Shabbos. The reason why the Torah tells us to eat kosher food and not to eat not kosher food is because the Torah wants us to have a sensitive soul. When I eat only the right foods, my soul remains sensitive. I could feel things. I could feel another Jew's pain. I could reach out to help other people. I'm a different sort of person. When I eat not kosher food, it deadens that heart. It's like Novocaine. It makes me just nowhere near as sensitive. The Torah wants us to grow. The Torah wants us to be great. And the Torah gives us mitzvahs to allow us to reach the perfection that a human being can reach.